And we're back. So this is the before and after for Shape of Water. Del Toro returns. With him, the cinematographer for John Wick Chapter 2 and the editor that has been doing House of Cards. And we also have Michael Shannon, Doug Jones, Octavia Spencer, Richard Jenkins, and Sally Hawkins. And we have this monster love film, and from what I heard, it's getting pretty crazy reviews, winning awards, nominations, all that stuff. Pretty great stuff. It's pretty hyped in the sense where it's as good as Pan's Labyrinth. I mean, so yeah, so that's gonna be interesting to see if it will hold up to all this hype. Definitely look forward to it. The trailers have been doing really well. Michael Shannon looks great. Sally Hawkins is great. Everything looks good. So definitely hope. I'm really guessing that there's a lot more that's not shown in the trailer. So that's always something to look forward to. And it's a monster film, and it's coming out in Christmas. So that's kind of like, huh? And then for some reason, only Tinseltown's playing this in Vancouver. So maybe hopefully we'll get a wider release later on in the year. But seriously, Del Toro is back, and I can't be happier. I mean, he's probably super busy now working with Kojima on his game and all that stuff. So definitely looking forward to what's going to go down in this monster flick. And yeah, I cannot wait. And that's it. This is before and this is after. So there we go. Shape of Water. A nice shade of green. So great stuff. I mean, great cinematography, usage of just everything. Like the cast was great, the atmosphere, the sets, and like I love how it tackles sort of like social issues as well. And I would say it's pretty progressive in a sense. Richard Jenkins, pretty good. Sally Hawkins, great stuff. Michael Shannon, great. I think, you know, typical sort of good bad guy is the hero of their story. Did it really well here. And you sort of like feel sympathetic for him at times, but he's just doing his job. But things just aren't going well for him. I mean, yeah, it's just, this movie is pretty intense. You have this monster being thing, and you're sympathetic, and he hardly speaks or anything, but just through Sally Hawkins' sort of like narrative, in terms of just her interactions and just her acting, really makes you feel that this is an actual character and not just a thing. And I really give props for that. I mean, the pacing was great, the narrative, definitely the sex scenes was kind of like, whoa, out there, but I think like how he builded the beginning of her routine and what she does in her normal day life, just for a sex scene to show up, didn't seem jarring. It actually makes it look like she's actually in love, and it's not just like a throwaway, let's just have interspecies sex because we can do this because we have a monster thing. So I'm glad it's not a throwaway thing. And set pieces or just movement of locations are happening for a reason. I mean, I just watched a great franchise film that literally happened for things to happen. I hate it when set pieces just happen so other things happen. I hate that sort of like narrative movement and pacing. But here it's just like one thing leading to another, and it's just like an organic sort of progression, and it's not just like, oh, he all of a sudden knew where they live or type of thing. So all in all, I enjoyed the pacing, just the vibe it gave off. I really like the sort of just the environment. I think I really dig this whole of not contemporary sort of, I don't know what time era this is, so I really did enjoy that. So yeah, basically it was a great pacing, great acting, great directing. Del Toro, you did it again. I mean, granted, Crimson Peak wasn't as intense. I think here it's more of like an eloquent balance of a dance where it just balanced everything really well. Crimson Peak, I sort of wish it was like that, but it wasn't. But anyway, we're talking about Shape of Water here. So anyways, I enjoyed everything. I don't know, like, I'm trying to think of any faults. Like, maybe a tad bit could have been a little edited down a little bit. There were some slow moments in the sense where it just didn't really build. But most of the time when it's slow, it builds. So I appreciate that. So the monster designs, great stuff. I love how it's all practical and not CG. I swear if it was CG, it would have been really awkward. I think his eyes are probably CG, but granted, his bodysuit was there and I loved it. And also loved how they incorporate so many of the classic movies. It just like, I think there was like 10 Commandments or the Bible, and Cleopatra was in it, and it was just great fun just to see that. And they incorporated it well into the narrative where it just happens in the background, they interact with it. And I love that moment where Sally and Richard Jenkins were just like doing that tap dancing routine. That was great fun. So all in all, it's like a fun film. Like it hits emotionally in terms of just like finding your place and being accepted for who you are, not just being like made in the God's image type of thing. So I enjoyed the whole narrative and the whole era and how it just like makes it like era appropriate about how just like black people are just, they don't care about you, and women are just thrown aside type of thing, and they're just cleaners and they're totally underestimated and all that stuff. So enjoyed all that great stuff in terms of how it's dealt with. Anyways, I don't enjoy that stuff. But yeah, anyways, I enjoyed it. You should definitely check it out. I'm seriously surprised that it's just playing in one cinema right now. So if you're in Vancouver, check out Tinseltown, catch it here before it leaves. I don't even know if it's going to be like a wide release. I really hope it does, because it definitely deserves it. And it's like a good love story. Like, you totally didn't expect that coming when he first announced it, for sure, because it just seems like Abe's origin movie, but it's not Abe, it's someone else. But anyways, I enjoyed it, and that's it. This is the before and after for Shape of Water. Later.